dust and bones were turning to fire. We're traveling home. What were we searching for? And you find our love in wild water. You followed the stars into the deep unknown.
Stones is a story of an alcoholic musician. This is somebody who's lived with alcoholism for years, somebody who is in denial, and it's gradually destroying his life. It's also a true story. Stones is based on Alex's experiences of going through the hell of alcoholism and emerging the other side.
So I'm very excited about the film Stones. It's a story I'm passionate about love, loss and redemption. One that I personally feel very close to. I spent many years touring as a musician in bands and had a great time, you know, what can I say? Yeah, emptied a few mini bars.
There's an opportunity to also bring in a bit of Alex's state of mind into the visual treatment. And what I mean by that is that I'd like, in some cases, for the cameras to be handheld. So we capture that hit where he's a bit unstable and he's not so sure-footed.
He loses his girlfriend, gets a gig at a really good club, screws that up, and eventually he hits rock bottom and attempts to take his own life. Ultimately, it's a love story. It's about will he notice somebody who is taking care of him and who could be there for him.
But we're also exposing a greater problem of young alcoholics and allowing people to reflect on that themselves.
And then the story from there is about, can he find redemption? Can he find life on the other side of the bottle?
Once I'd realised that, I had nowhere else to go but forward, so I started recovery, and on the other side of recovery, I basically became stronger and a better musician, more focused.
We also then wanted to be true to Alex's state of mind in that he'd be walking the streets and moving quite freely from place to place, never quite sure where he'd be sleeping from one night to the next. My thought is to constantly bring through the layers into the film, and the locations provide that.
We are shooting Stones on a micro budget. It's a sort of budget that Hollywood would not even consider enough to feed the crew. Our budget is £30,000. And people have asked us, how can you make a film for £30,000? First and foremost, it comes from the script. We've worked the script, we've written the script to make it as low budget as possible. There are no central locations. A lot of the stuff we're going to be shooting on the street. The
budget will go to things where we really need them. For example, lenses. You always need good glass on films. We don't want to compromise on that.
We are funding it ourselves initially. Obviously through Kickstarter we're looking for help with that, but we're going to make the film. The film will be made, and whatever happens on Kickstarter, what we're asking for help with is to make it a little bit better.
We're actually launching careers simultaneously. Alex is a genuine artist. You can watch the films on our site. You can hear his music. You can download it from iTunes today.
By combining funding it ourselves with Kickstarter, we have nobody who is going to interfere with the creative vision that we have, and we can go ahead and make the film. And for us, that was crucial. It was having that control and being able to make the film right here, right now.
We're 100% certain with the talent and where we're putting our money and directing our money, we can definitely deliver a indie film at the highest quality level.